Hey guys, what's up? Lever here. I don't really want to have to even be making this video, but if you guys look back in my previous video, I talked about PC problems. I talked about a RAM stick dying inside my computer and having to get new RAM and having to RMA the old RAM, wait for it to come back. So I do have a set of backup RAM, but there's more problems. Remember how I told you guys how sometimes, it doesn't happen all the time, sometimes it can go weeks or even a month or two without this happening. But what happens is when I go to shut down my computer through Windows or put it to sleep, sometimes it doesn't shut down. What'll happen is I'll shut down, the monitor will switch off, like it'll go blank. Monitor will turn off and the computer will stay running. Fans and everything are running. That's when I shut it down normally. If I put it to sleep, same thing happens. The monitor turns off, the computer stays running, and if I try pressing the keyboard, nothing happens. And yesterday I pressed the mouse and the mouse lit up. So, of course, in that scenario, I had to force reset the computer, and of course Windows is saying it didn't properly shut down and lost power unexpectedly, whatever. This shouldn't be happening, and I don't think it's a power supply issue because it doesn't happen during games. It doesn't happen during regular operation. Reset works fine. I have never had an issue resetting the computer. It is the weirdest problem I've ever fucking encountered, and I can't figure it out. The issue is if I bring it into a repair shop or if I bring it into the guy, I don't know how long it's going to take him to replicate the problem, how many shutdowns or sleep attempts it's going to take to rectify the problem. And even if he does get it to rectify the problem, I don't understand how you figure out what's doing it. It's just an incredibly weird problem, and it's extremely frustrating because with the sleep thing, I'm just going to stop putting it to sleep. Because it went to sleep fine last night. I'm just going to stop doing it because then you have to reset the computer and it doesn't shut down properly. It seems, though, when it happens during shutdown, that the computer technically did shut down, because when I look at the event viewer and everything, it says that the computer shut down. It doesn't say any error or anything, which is extremely, extremely weird. What I haven't done is I haven't waited. Like, let's say I go to shut down the computer and it continues to run. I haven't left it for any significant amount of time to see if it actually does shut down, because I've heard of cases where it takes 10, 15 minutes and the computer does end up shutting down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down like I normally do. When it happens again, I'm going to leave it for a good length of time and see if it eventually shuts down. Because if it eventually shuts down, I can live with that. I just don't want to have to be constantly force holding the power button down. Even if it only happens once a week, it's still not good for the computer. You're not supposed to do that. I don't want to force shut down the computer. The only other option is to just leave the computer running. Is to only reset a couple times a week. Only shut down when I need to clean the computer and leave it running. That's the only other option I have left, because getting it fixed is easier said than done. And on the new RAM, I did a mem test 86. I ran that. It went through 4 passes, no errors whatsoever. Because what I was worried about is that because this was happening since I built the computer. It took like 3 months for it to start happening. But I was thinking that maybe it was something to do with the motherboard RAM slot or the VRM or something. There was something wrong with it, and it's just the RAM was just slowly dying, where it takes a while or whatever, and it causes weird issues where it was shut down because of the RAM. But mem test was fine. You'd think if there was something wrong with the RAM or something wrong with the slot, it wouldn't take that length of time. So what I'm going to do is, MSI told me that I'd have to send the board into them. I'm not bringing it to a computer guy, spending $150, $100 to get him to take apart the computer, take out the board, send it to them for them to tell me there's nothing wrong. Because if it's not the board, I'm screwed. If it's I doubt it's my power supply because I don't have any other power related issues. The video card, I haven't had any major problems with that. I've had the odd crash here and there in certain games, but that happened on my other computer too. So, you know what, guys? I really don't know. I just know this is an extremely frustrating problem. I spent a lot for this computer, and all my powers, if you guys are going to say about check your power settings, all my power settings are correct. I've done everything that any YouTube video or anybody said to do when it comes to your computer not shutting down. I tried everything. So like I said, aside from leaving the computer running, which I don't really want to have to do, but it's probably better than having to force shut down my computer on several times a week. You know, it's probably better off just to leave it running so that doesn't occur and just reset. Because reset, like I said, works fine. I haven't had an issue with reset, which is odd to me. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. I just played games for 2 hours, never had any issues. I get the odd window error, like app crash or whatever, which is normal with Windows to have those errors. But yeah, I really don't know anything else. So if anybody has any suggestions on how to deal with this problem, it would be greatly appreciated. You could search my channel for the video. I post proof of it where it shows me attempting to put the computer to sleep. It stays running. Monitor turns off. The computer stays running. And yeah, it's just extremely, extremely frustrating. And like I told MSI that I wasn't going to bother taking the board out, all that shit. So what I've done is, with the new memory in there, if a stick dies, or if another stick dies, I know for sure it's probably the motherboard. Because I've already had one stick die in it, and if another stick dies, then I know it's probably something to do with the board or whatever that's killing the RAM and causing issues. But yeah, it'd be greatly appreciated if somebody could let me know what to do. I haven't clean installed Windows. Like, I haven't wiped it and fresh installed Windows. I don't think it's a Windows issue because the major update was just installed the other day, going from 23H2 to 24H2, which would be, you'd think, is enough of a significant update that if it was a Windows problem, it would have fixed it. But anyways, yeah, that's my video ranting, and I would really love to fix this problem because it's a huge fucking headache. It's stressing me out. If let's say if it happens once a week or once every 2 weeks where I have to hold down the power button to force the computer to shut down, if it's not damaging anything, I can live with that. But I don't know. You're not supposed to really do that. I don't know if it can damage the internals, or if it's okay. I know like I said, with the sleep, the computer hasn't been fully shut down, and it's probably worse. So what I'll do is I'll lay off the sleep. I won't use the sleep. If I have to shut it down, I'll use shutdown, or I'll try to keep the computer running as long as possible, and it'll have to be cleaned more often, I guess. But anyways, yeah, if anybody has any recommendations on what to do, please get a hold of me. All right, I'm probably going to post this in PC Master Race and Facebook and see if anybody has any ideas on what it could be. Anyways, yeah, cheers, peace.